Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers.
Did you think I was going to forget? I forget nothing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Sarcastic Barman, and welcome to the channel, and welcome back to Phuket Words of Wisdom. I don't think there's going to be actually wisdom in the words, but there will be words. Yeah. So, let's see how he's going to prove that the Earth is flat with a fishing rod, some water, a body of water we should say. Whose body though?
Just looking at any body of water anywhere on the Earth proves that we can't be living on a globe. Yeah?
Now that is a monstrous claim right there. You can use any body of water to prove you don't live on a flat Earth. Sorry, on a globe. Oh dear. I wonder how that slipped out. Never mind. So yeah, I don't think this is going to go the way you're thinking it is, and I'm really hoping you're not going to be using that pole as your measuring instrument, because yeah, I think we can go a bit more scientific than that nowadays.
You often hear the argument of gravity being a container for the water and the air on a globe, but that still doesn't fit with the narrative that gravity decreases the further away from this Earth you get, or from the center of the Earth you get.
Now, are you going to expand any more on that? I'll just leave it as, no, don't fit with the narrative. In what way? Because this is something you could actually check. All you'd need is a very accurate set of scales and to go up on a plane with a reasonable weight. Now, the change at 30,000 feet is about 0.2%. But if you've got something weighing, say, 20 stone, 0.2%, if you've got very accurate scales, should be measurable. So, yeah, I mean, you should be able to do it with a small weight. You're just going to need really, really accurate scales at that point. So, yeah. But you're not going to, are you? You're just going to go to the pond with a fucking net and go, ha, water.
So this also, what we're going to look at is going to debunk the theory, or show that in reality doesn't fit with the theory that gravity is a pull on masses on the surface or above the surface towards the center of a spherical Earth.
Come on then, get on with it. Chris Moose is dying to see what you're going to fucking do.
The definition of level. Now, we all know that in the real world, level means horizontal.
Well, this answers the age-old question, do flat earthers learn anything? And the answer is no. No, they don't.
And that could be described as perpendicular to your vertical. Okay, as your vertical, your horizontal is 90 degrees or perpendicular to your vertical. Now, of course, you can then assume a globe model that your vertical goes all the way down to an assumed center of an assumed spherical Earth, or just which can be drawn out as a circle, right, with a radius of a certain distance to the center of that sphere.
Well, luckily we know that distance and don't have to assume it, because these things have been measured. Do you know what these things show when measured? The Earth definitely can't be fucking flat. See, we don't need to assume this shit.
Having a radius of a certain distance and working with pi or whatever, dividing it up, allows you to have distances modeled, distances across the surface, in terms of what would you call it, an arc, arc distance, yeah? So the arc distance, the distance across this or part of a surface of a sphere can be related to or converted into degrees based on an assumed distance of the radius to the center of your imagined circle of any particular scale, yeah?
Only one problem though. These distances work. Planes get to where they're supposed to go on time. Boats get to where they're supposed to go on time. We have maps that work and people get places. Southern Hemisphere flights ball up your entire fucking premise. Now we're going to have to fast forward it a little bit because otherwise he's going to be here all day talking shit. So while we're doing the fast forwarding though, we're going to look at our beer of the day. Step on. Ooh, hazy pale ale. Fucking hazy again. 5%. And once again, it's from the Cardiff Brewed Cardiff Bred. Oh, no, wait, no. Crafty Devil Brewing, which is Cardiff Brewed and Cardiff Bred. And we'll do the... Ooh, not bad. Not much of a sizz, which is good. And we have... Cloudy as a motherfucker. Wow, that is proper haze, isn't it? I don't like hazy beer. It does look like a sample, and people have pointed this out, and it's very off-putting when you got to drink it. That smells nice. Ooh. Ooh. There's not much zest in that. That's proper hopness. So we've got nothing about the beer, though. Just hazy pale. Ah, hate divides, beer unites, little sisters in the can. Right. Definitely more hops than the last one. Would I buy it again? Oh, there's an undertone of the, like a grapefruity zestness. But it's not bad. It's not bad. I may buy it again. I don't know. But let's fast forward and see what Phuket Word's going to do with his stick.
And I shall reveal, tan tan tan. Okay, this is a nice little swimming pool that we've, even though we're close to the sea, it's a bit. It's nice to have a little swimming pool here, so it's for the kids to play around in, really. So here we have our body of water, right? Okay, complete with unicorn and plastic balls and everything. All right.
Now that's a rather small body of water. Should we give him the benefit of the doubt and say it's what, 10 foot? So over 10 foot, what sort of drop should you have? And it's about 0.5 millimeter? I'm sure that's freaking right. I'm sure that's... so if we divide by 1,000, so that comes to that. So yeah, 0.7 millimeters. Right. Right. What that? Luckily, he's got a stick though. He's got a stick. It's all good.
And what you'll see is that we're on a sloped surface, yeah? Okay, I'll try and, if I kind of hold the camera somewhat level, you can see that this is actually, you know, a slope. So it's kind of, the garden is sloped there, going down. All right. So what we have is a body of water contained in this swimming pool. And we know, of course, that, you know, it's a bit murky because the kids have been in and out of it all day.
Murky? Really? Wow. I'd never have known. No, literally, I'd never have known because your video quality sucks fucking ass. And that's coming from me. And I know my live streams suck fucking ass, but I'm not trying to fucking show anything fucking accurate. You're going to be trying to show us, on an already unlevel garden, the drop from your stick, which I don't even know how you're going to level your stick to start with, to show about 0.5 millimeter of fucking drop. And what's worse, that close to the water, once you touch that water anyway, the surface tension's going to hold the water to it and you're not going to fucking notice. This is... oh, this is so failed on so many levels already. Luckily we have cloudy piss sample beer.
There, you know, running around in the grass. But we know that as this is on a slope, that this side here the height of the water here in this body of contained water will be different to this height here. It will maintain its level, and that is indeed how we'll know it's on a slope, isn't it? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this little rod here. I'm going to go and get a pen, just a second. Use a black one. I think it still works. Black marker pen here. All right. So I should have brought someone to hold the camera for me, but we can do this. Hang on a second.
Was there no preparation for this beforehand? It was just like, yes, we're going to do this. Okay, cool. Doing it live, not a problem. Doing things live is always handy, even if your video quality sucks fucking ass. But, yeah, wouldn't you have had your stick marked up ready, had the pen ready, had the setup ready to go to show whatever you're going to try and show? And I feel like it's going to be fucking atrocious.
Right, so this, just going to use it to measure. All right, so we'll stick it in down here. All right, and I'll put my finger on it. Okay, so it's there. All right, okay, fingers there. All right, okay, it's level with that wood. Hang on a sec. Okay, level with the wood there. All right, hang on. Alrighty, that's our first mark, okay? That's where the water level was.
So hang on. I'm going to guess what you're going to do now is dip the stick in the other side of the pool, the narrow side, not even working the long ways, the short distance, and say, look, they're basically the same height. Or something even more stupid. Yes, well, my garden's dropped away 2 inches and this one's 2 inches different. And look, there's no difference. You're doing like the 5 foot. That line is thicker than you would expect on the fucking drop of the water. And that would be assuming you were on a flat surface. Your garden's not... Fuck's sake. Oh, we'll let you play a bit more, and then what I'm going to do is probably bin off the rest of your video and go look at the comments on this video, and we'll look at them together because I think they're going to be fucking hilarious.
All on the right hand side. Okay, what we'll do is we'll stick it in here on the other side now. Okay, and this end is kind of more down the slope, right? So as you can see, we got... yeah, water here. The top of the surface of the water is higher than the one over there. Okay. All right. So we got to.
This video's had 812 views. From when he streamed it 2 days ago, 110 thumbs up. People think this is a good idea. The fuck, flat earthers. If you can't see the problems in this to start with, you're fucking useless.
Oh, thank you, Abby. I'll leave that. All right. So come back. Give me a sec to hold this and mark it. Okay. We've got this difference in the water levels approximately like this. Okay. Understood? Yeah. Lower level over there. Higher level over there. Because, of course, we know that water it maintains, so we know that our horizontal reference, our reference for horizontal is the water, nothing else. It's contained now, and of course, you know, we need this rigid container, and you know that if you let the water out, if you let one side of the container down, then, you know, what will be the physically higher level on this side will of course pour out. Yeah. So, you know, this can be any size, right? This can be, you can scale this up as large as you want. The physical properties of the body of water, which is now, this is a mass, isn't it, Abby? All right.
Skipping the end of his video, just in case he gets his kids in the frame by mistake. Yeah, I'm not taking risks with that shit. Now, I think my laptop's probably screaming at me as I'm doing 2 things at once, recording video and sound this time, because it's the second time recording this, so I forgot to record fucking sound. Told you I'd never forget anything, though. It wasn't my fault. It was the laptop. Had a hissy fit. Anyway. Oh, it's going to chop us out. Right. Let's have a look at some of these comments. So, very valid experiment. Well done. It's not a valid experiment. It's a fucking shitty experiment. And there is a comment, but pointless, I'm afraid. More ways than you know. Right. Eye Level Awakening. Ooh. Pinned by Phuket. This should be an interesting one. Interesting enough, float glass also debunks the globe in the same manner. No, it doesn't. Gravity is cited in the peer-reviewed published technical paper related to float glass. So, gravity's real? Because it's in the peer-reviewed paper? Okay. Published by the Royal Society, by the way. Briefly, float glass is made by having a very large tank filled with molten tin. The surface is all less liquid and perfectly flat. It's not perfectly flat, it just conforms to the shape of the Earth. Then molten glass is fed onto it in molten tin. The tin having a higher density, the molten glass floats on top, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Wet and bath has been completely covered. The molten glass acts as a liquid and the surface is perfectly flat. The fact is... Oh, God. Excuse me. Peer-reviewed and published paper, it said that the surface of the tin and the surface of the molten glass are perfectly parallel. Yeah, they can be. That's fine. This is, of course, obvious because sheet glass is flat. Yeah, but you're looking at this much droppage, probably even that much droppage over the entire length of a float glass chamber. So yeah, this is being made in 450 glass product lines and 250 glass plants across the world plane, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, provide measurements of the full distance and things like that. Predictive curve. Give information, because you're not. Right, what replies do we have here? This is very interesting indeed and flat out scientific proof of practical application in the real world. No, it's not. Oh, dear me. Does anyone disagree with you in this? 3 specific questions from your video. How did you measure the degree angle inclinations to the horizon? How did you measure... He actually did measurements? I don't think he probably did, which I think why he hasn't replied to your comment or given it a heart. We're going to give it a like because, yeah, he might have covered other stuff, but we don't know. Jesus is Luke Skywalker. No. If Jesus is anyone, it's Anakin. Fuck's sake. Right. The datum point, sea level, is the 0 point for every structure on Earth. Okay. All objects on land are measured from 0 point, 100 feet above the sea level in Australia. Is the same 100 feet sea level in Odessa? No, it's not. No, it's not. Sea level is not the same for every single ocean. We have a mean sea level which we use, but it doesn't mean that all sea levels are the same, because the Atlantic and the Pacific aren't the same. We covered that previously. So, question mark? No. You're so fucking wrong. Let's see if anyone's pointed that out to you in chat. Sea level is sea level and not sea curve. No. The rectilinear showed that water curves upwards. Sorry, your assumption is completely incorrect. Thank you for that one, Cat. The United Nations logo is an azimuthal equidistant projection. Is a projection of a globe, which is why there's no South Pole. South Pole is completely disorientated. Yeah, it's all good. Someone replying to you, lol. No, it isn't. Yeah, it is. I don't even know which bit you're replying to. Oof! Don't worry, sweetie. You'll figure it out someday. I have my fingers crossed. Sweetie? Who fucking uses that? Oh, God. Hint. Hollow globe, not flat. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, the Earth isn't hollow either. Fucking hell. Right, we'll read one last one. Jack B. Level. Oh, for God's sake. I am an Australian who visits Portshead every few years. Once you've seen the tide variance there, climate change, sea level rise goes out the window. Okay. The Manchurian Islands will be underwater from the moon pulling the water around them, which is so obviously not what's happened. The UK is obviously closer to where the source of the movement is, i.e. the centre. Why is the UK closer? Where does that come from? Yes, there are high tides up in the north, but there are also some very high tides in the south, which is further away from the centre in your fucking thing. I want measurements. We'll see what his reply is. Just going to be, yeah, or something stupid, isn't it? 100% agree. Thanks for pitching in. That's a fucking pre-done comment, isn't it? You've not even read that shit. Oh, we got anything here. In Poland, looks flat too. Great vid, Lee the boss. Fucking hell. Ezebine von Strampen de Ehren podcast. Reasonable conclusion: if you're able to think in 3 dimensions and your imaginative power is restricted to the size of a swimming pool when Earth's circumference is about 25,000 miles. Good one. And I noticed there's 10 likes on that, but there's very few shitty thingy comments towards this video. Pro-vegan anti-NASA. Of course, because NASA cows are taking over the world. It would be unreasonable to conclude from that the world is tilted 25,000 miles a day spinning, okay? 1 flying sky pair people with everyone 360 degrees sideways. Spherical surface. No, there's other things we can use for measuring that. You're not in a position to mock science as you're in grass science. For starters, spinning is not measured in miles. Get an education. Oh, whoever this person is, if it's a podcast, we're just going to put a sub on that one now. Because that was good. Oh, I'm going to have to move my camera. He's got 1. Oh, I think it's all in German. But it's got 4 subs. We'll just give a sub. I don't know, 8 months. I don't think he's uploaded anything in a while. Shame. Right, let's just sort this out for a minute. There we go, we're big again, and hopefully not juttery, because there could have been some jutter from my laptop going, "No, you're doing! Recording screen, recording video, recording sound, and using Wi-Fi." I could have turned the Wi-Fi off, that might have saved some resources. Never mind, and Chrome's a resource hog. Never mind. I think that will do on this video, because that was a lot longer than I expected it to be of laughing at Phuket word, but there was at least some good laughy bits at the end, and we did the beer! Yay! Right, it's now, oh god, 3:30. Better record some more videos, keep you all happy and do some more stuff. I've been the Sarcastic Barman. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe down below. We'll see you on the next one. Big shout out to members, patrons. Even if you just leave a like and a comment, it helps make these videos possible. Thank you very much. Good night.